Okay, hey you guys, welcome. Happy Thursday night. Thanks for being here. This is an opportunity call for Plexus. So if you are new here, maybe you've already joined, or maybe you are considering joining and starting for the business, or maybe you're just curious about the business. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. I'm just going to briefly share my story, and then I am going to go over just kind of what Plexus is and who Plexus is, and how you can also start your business with Plexus. I apologize. My family is being really loud and they know I'm on a call. So if you hear background noise, if I can do this, you guys can all do this. I have a very, very, very loud house. No pun intended. Is Marianne on here? I do. I have a very, very loud house. I have 3 boys. That's kind of how I'm going to start my story tonight. I am a 100% a boy mom, and just grew up a girly girl, which is really funny. And God gave me 3 boys, but they are so fun and so amazing. But I started my journey with Plexus back in 2018, in August of 2018. So I think around 33 months ago. Sometimes it feels like yesterday, and sometimes it feels like 45 years ago. It just depends on what day you ask me. But I started out of a place of need. So you might be thinking about this business, and you might be like, oh, I'm not in a place of need. I have a full-time job and I want to supplement my income or whatever it is. And I just want to let you know that if your story is not my story, that's okay, because this is for everybody. So I started out of a place of need. My husband had lost his job. He had an awesome job that allowed me to stay home with our 3 boys and just be a stay-at-home mom, which was so much fun. And he lost his job in one day. So I don't know if you've ever been through that. We actually have both been through that. Before I was a stay-at-home mom, I was in corporate America. I was actually in the big pharma industry, and I was traveling a lot. I was traveling a lot. I was not home. My days were very, very, very long. I had to travel to my territory before I started working. So I would already have traveled 3 to 3.5 hours before I started my day at work. And so it was really just not an ideal job for a busy mom. And so my husband got this great job. I was able to stay home until that ended all one day in May of 2018. And so I don't know if you've ever been there before. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but it was such a scary moment to just kind of think like, oh my goodness, we have 0 income. As of this moment, we have 0 income. And we had spent that whole year paying off almost all of our debt, which sounds like a really good thing, right? Except we didn't have that much money in our savings account. So it ended up just being a scary thing, because it was like every penny that was going out nothing was coming back in, and nothing was replacing that. So it was such a scary moment. And so I had figured out our finances, and we had about 3 months worth of income, or survival, I should say, in our bank account. So I knew something had to happen, and it had to happen really fast. And so I began interviewing for jobs. I was going to go back to the pharmaceutical world. My husband was interviewing, and nothing was making sense, and nothing was working. And so enter Plexus. I had been, I'm on Instagram, and a lot. I love Instagram. And I saw my friend Marianne at this Loud House. I saw her sharing about this pink drink all the time. I was following her, and I would see her little bubble pop up every single day. And she always just intrigued me with always having this pink drink. She was always sharing how it helped her so much, and she felt energy, and she was happy folding her laundry. I mean, things that you're like, really? Like, could something really make you feel that good? Can't you just have 7 cups of coffee and you're going to feel the energy too? Like, because that's what I was doing. I was surviving on coffee, and I thought I was healthy because I knew nothing about gut health. I'm like, nobody needs gut health. I'm good. I'm healthy. Well, she shared this one day. It was like, it's one of those God things. I know it is. She shared this one day about how she was earning a six-figure income from sharing this pink drink. And it was one of those things that kind of stopped me in my tracks. And I went back and I like rewatched the story and I'm like, wait a second, this pink drink that she's drinking every day and sharing every day, she's making six figures sharing that. Like, I don't even know how that's possible. And so this was July 12th. You know, I remember the day, I remember where I was, I remember what I was wearing. It was July 12th. And I messaged her and I'm like, is this real? And she was like, yeah, it's totally real. And I was like, well, can I do this? And she was like, yeah, you can totally do this. And I said, well, you know, how much could I make? And she's like, you can make like $1,000 this month, you know, I'll help you and I'll basically tell you what to do. And we'll do this together and you can make $1,000. And I was like, okay. So you tell a mom who is basically exhausted their bank account, right? Is petrified for the future that she can make $1,000 in 1 month, you know, doing something on her phone. Like my eyes popped out of my head and I was like, okay, sign me up. I'm ready. And so she did. She signed me up. And so I actually didn't start for a couple other reasons. I didn't start sharing Plexus until August 1st. So August 1st was my start day, a day that, you know, literally changed the landscape of my family's life. And I know that sounds so dramatic, right? And exaggerated, but it really did. Like when I look back to that day, I now am like, my gosh, I wish I could put my current self into the seat of that August 2018 self and said like, my goodness, I'm so proud of you for sitting here and for doing this and for starting this journey, because I was scared, but I also knew I could do this. I trusted her. So you might be on this call right now and you might be like, somebody sent me this recording, or I'm live on this call right now, but you know, I'm scared. Like I'm totally scared. Like, I don't know if I can do this. And so I want to tell your current self watching this right now that you can do this. And I knew it was something in me that day. I don't know if it was the mama bear in me, but I knew that that day when I joined on July 12th, so before I even started my business on August 1st, I knew I was going to make it. I knew it. I looked at my 12-year-old son. He was 12 at the time. And I said, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm absolutely going to do this. And I'm going to make us money and I'm going to get us out of this situation. And it's going to be amazing. And he said, okay, mom, great. And I did. So I started my business on August 1st and I never stopped. I never looked back once. And so a lot of people ask, well, did you make that $1,000 the first month? And I always answered, no, I did not. I did not make the $1,000 my first month, but I did make $1,642 my first month. And I cried, you guys, I cried like a baby because I was like, this is it. This is the beginning of what is going to be this incredible journey for myself, my family, and for those who are going to come alongside with me and do this together. And so that's where, you know, that's where I want to share kind of, you know, like I said, you might relate to this story. You might not relate to this story. You don't have to be a desperate mom to start your business with Plexus, right? You might just be starting for the products and fall in love with the products and start sharing the products. And all of a sudden you're earning $4,000 a month. That is something that is super common too, because once you start these products, you cannot not share them. Like I literally tell people that I'm like, I dare you to try these products and don't tell anybody about them, because you can't, because you feel so good and you love your products and you look forward to them every day and you stop being dependent on soda and caffeine and Red Bull and coffee after coffee after coffee. And you stop craving sugar and you stop craving carbs and you just start feeling good. You start feeling the way we're supposed to feel, right? The way our bodies are built to be made, that's how we start to feel. We feel this natural energy and everything else just falls in line. When your gut is healthy, everything else just falls in line. So, this is not a product call, but I just wanted to share that part because it can be scary. You could be like, well, what if I don't like the products? Or what if I don't want to share the products? And I always tell people, oh, no, you are going to want to share these. Just like when you go to Target and you find the best sale, or you go to the movies and you watch the best movie, or you go have the best restaurant, the best food you've ever had at a restaurant. What do? You'll go and you share that. But here's the difference. You don't get paid for that. 9 times out of 10, right? Probably 9.9 times out of 10, you don't get paid for sharing things that you love. And so I am here to tell you that you now can get paid for things that you love, and you can do that through Plexus. It is an incredible vessel to get you to where you want to be, and you get to determine where you want to be, because I'm going to share here in a minute kind of what the pay structure looks like. I will share where I am as far as pay wise now. And then you get to determine like, okay, I might not want to go there, but here's where I want to go. And we are here to help you with that. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen, and we are just going to chat a little bit about Plexus, who Plexus is and what Plexus is. So what if this was your answer? Sometimes, just like I was that day on July 12th, I was in the right time at the right place, and I landed with the right team. This is truly the best opportunity. So who is Plexus? I'm just going to go quickly through this. You can read most of it, but Plexus is referred to the health and happiness company, began as a breast health company. Debt-free, privately owned, all the products are made in the US. They have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, which is amazing, because if you're going to join and start a business, you want to know that you are partnering with a company that literally has a rating that cannot go any higher. So what is Plexus? You may or may not have started on your products yet, but Plexus is all natural, non-GMO, gluten-free, and soy-free products. What I love almost most about Plexus is that we have something for everything. We have something for everybody, from adults to kids. We have products for gut health, for weight loss, for nutrition, for skincare, kids, and then just overall wellness. So there is something for everybody, which I love. So why Plexus? There's a ton of reasons why, but here's just a couple that I wanted to highlight. There's no required purchases. You literally just buy your own products. That's it. There's no inventory, no parties, no quota. And we work together as a team, which is, I think, one of the best things, because sometimes in the business of network marketing, you can feel really alone, but we work completely together and we grow together. So how do we get paid? This is just, I know it could look like a lot of numbers, and I don't want anybody to get overwhelmed with this, and we can go over this with you as you start, but here's the basics. You basically purchase your own products, and that's it. And then you can start sharing. And as you share and somebody wants to purchase the products like you did, you already start earning. We get paid 11 different ways, 5 times a month. I mean, it's amazing. Sometimes we get paychecks and we're like, what is this for? Oh, that's right. And then these are just the ranks, and these are just the bonuses that you get per rank. Ranks are going to make sense in a second here. But this is, I think, the most important thing. We are still in the month of May, and we have 5 days left in this month. So you might be like, well, I don't know if this is something that I can do, because, there's only 5 days left. And I'm here to tell you that if you look at that refer 3 line, I did that in my first day. There are probably people on this call that have done that in their first day, because these are your ride or die people. This is your mom and your sister and your cousin. These are the people that, when you want to join a gym, you want them with you. Back in the day of diets, remember we used to do diets? Back in the day of diets, you would go and you would grab your 3 friends and be like, let's do the diet together, right? So that's why this is something that is so doable in your, even on your first day. And then, so I also want you to look at 20, and then you're like, wait, what? I can make $2,000? Yes, you can make $2,000 in the next 5 days if you know 20 people and 20 people want to try these products right alongside with you. That is not crazy. We have people who do that for sure in their first month. I almost did it in my first month. I was like a couple days after my first month. So that is also doable too. So that is just as easy as it is. You just refer as many people as you want, and you can make a really incredible income just by doing that, even in your first month. And so this opportunity, this is what it looks like. Think of, if you're coming from a corporate job or any other kind of job, think of a rank as a promotion. It's basically a promotion. So there's a name for each one of our ranks. And so I want you to kind of just look at that. That is the monthly and average annual pay. And just look at those numbers. And I want you to think, you know what, like this rank would be the one that would change my life. And I know that sounds, again, dramatic, maybe sounds a little bit exaggerated, but this is super important, because if you're going to start your business and start your journey with Plexus, it is good to know, like, this is my goal. Like, and you can change it at any given time, any point in your journey, you can change your goal. For me, I knew that I needed at least Ruby or senior Ruby in order to cover our bills and not be scared, right? And not live paycheck to paycheck. But when I started, I knew that I was going to be a diamond. I knew that I was going to be a diamond. I just knew it. I was like, if I can do this and I give it my all, I can go to the top of this company. And I did. I went to the top of the company almost a year ago. So April of 2020, when the world was basically shut down, my life changed. I hit the rank of diamond, which is the top rank in the company. And yeah, I make right now, again, these are averages. I personally make about 30,000 a month. And so that is not easy to share. And I don't share it to boast. I don't share it to exaggerate. I share it with my whole heart. And this is the woman who at the beginning of this call was sharing that we had depleted our bank account. What I did not tell you is that we were on food stamps and we were on Medicaid at the time that I talked to Marianne and said, I need to start this business. That's how bad it got for us. That's how quick and bad it went. Worried about cars being repossessed, our lights being turning off, and losing our house because we couldn't pay our mortgage. And so here I am, 33 months later. It didn't take me 33 months to get here, but from then to now, 33 months later, making a $30,000 income per month. So I just hope that gives you hope. And I hope that, that just lets you have that ability to think, is this possible? And can I do this? It is, because I am one of 7 on our team that is at this rank. So that's a big deal. That's a really, really, really big deal. Anybody can do it. There's no limits. There's no like only certain people can make it to the top. Everybody can. So I hope that encourages you. So this is just a little bit about our team. We welcome everybody to our team. We are stay-at-home moms. We have some full-time working moms. We've got full-time working diamond moms that are on this call as we speak. We have part-time working women also on this call as we speak. We have teachers, homeschool teachers. You have basically me, former corporate world women, and we are just the best of friends. And listen, you don't have to join and think of it as like I'm joining and I'm getting all these new friends. Nope, that just naturally happens, but we work so well together and we would love to help you. So we love what we do. We help with all of the images and content that you would need if you wanted to start sharing on social media. We can help with that as well. So never be overwhelmed. You'll never be ever once alone saying, I don't know what to say, or I don't know what to share, or I don't know what to write. We love doing that. Our team basically specializes in that. We love doing it. And so we would do that with and for you. So that is the call. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And I just hope that tonight gave you, wherever you are at your life, in your life right now, I hope that this gave you a vision, and I hope that this gave you hope. And, I know you might not relate to my story. I say that all the time. So I think my story is so extreme, but I want you to know the hundreds and thousands of women that we have helped in this journey, and just wherever that we just meet you where you're at. So if you are a teacher and you are just looking for, you're like, you know what, I'm not making it. I'm not making ends meet. I'm not making ends meet. I can't pay for my kids to do this or do that. Or, maybe you don't have kids and you want to travel or whatever the case. This can be that extra in your life, right? And you can say, I just want $1,000 more a month. That's all I need. Or I really want to hit that senior Ruby and I want an extra 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 a month. And so I want you to catch that vision and know that this is the time and this is the place and this is the team. I promise you that. So I hope that this call was helpful. I hope that it was informative. And please, please, please go back to whoever invited you to this call and just let them know what you think. And honestly, even if you go back to them and you say to them, yeah, no, like I'm just not interested. Let them know and let them know why, or let them know that you're interested and you are maybe scared or you're hesitant or skeptical, because we have all been there. So thank you guys so much for taking time out of your Thursday to be here. Have a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend, and happy to answer any questions anybody has. So thanks so much, guys. Have a good night.